Previously on Pokémon Science and Magic. Rachel's true identity was revealed as she presented herself as the leader of Team Ragnarok. We defeated her and helped recover the scrolls and disband Team Ragnarok once and for all. However, Thor left the battlefield as a scarred soldier, complete with a crushed heart and regret. Now, after that scenario and a little detour, we've managed to beat almost every guild in the entire region. So, what's next in store for us? Well, we're gonna have to find out today. So, I bet you're probably wondering what the heck we're doing back in Heron City. Well, a while ago we got a call from Professor Salix to come to this place. Apparently, the final temple has been located, and our help has been required not only to retrieve it, but to bring it back to the Double C. So here we are, and look who's here to greet us. Ah, player, glad to see that you could make it. Thank you for coming to lend us a hand. Not that we really needed the extra help, to be fair. I mean, we don't have to worry about Team Ragnarok anymore. All the same, Loki, it is appreciated. Well, yes, of course. I'm not saying it isn't, and I'm not saying there's any harm in it, but I'm just saying that this might not be as hard as the other ones. Ugh, don't bet on it. Oh, actually, before we go, I forgot to ask. No surprise there. Very funny. Anyway, I've been meaning to know how your rank has been getting on, Loki. Pretty well. Granted, it hasn't been too easy around the rest of the Poképals Guild. I mean, the other members haven't been too fond of the sight of me. But to be fair, I hadn't really, thought much of them before either. So, I guess it's justified. Give it time, Loki, they'll come around. You've been doing quite well since you've been given your second chance. Otherwise, I wouldn't have asked you to assist me. Ah, well, thank you, Professor. So, where exactly is this last temple located? Had I seriously not told you yet? Oh, how embarrassing. Anyway, it's actually located out to sea, on a small island. Navy and his guild have been kind enough to rent us a boat in order to get to it. Well then, let's not keep it waiting any longer. Come on, player, one last scroll and then we're done. Welp, here we are at last, the final temple in the game. And I hope you can tolerate water levels, because this is unfortunately one of them. In order to progress through it, similar to the Water Temple from Ocarina of Time, or similar to Crasher's Gym from Pokémon Diamond and Pearl, you have to manipulate the water levels in each room in order to progress through it. No doubt this is the toughest temple you've faced yet, but if you decide to come back here later, you can find a few surprises. Water Pokémon like Critonium Gastrodon, Quiolette, Gupplefish and Guppaloid, as well as Sharkpedo, Goldeen, Floatzel, Wishcash, Walrein, Gyarados and Wishiwashi can be found here naturally, and if you dig deep enough you can find a secret room where you can capture Lapras. Though despite its juicy secrets, this is still a water temple at heart and it's just as annoying as one. But with enough puzzle solving skills and patience,
and an insane amount of luck,
you'll finally be able to make it to the end and find the scroll's hiding place. So, you think this is it, Professor? Has to be. My research points it to being somewhere around here. Maybe there's a switch that we have to flip in order to release it. I hope so, because honestly, this temple's been going on forever. I can't stand another minute in... Professor? What's the matter? You seem a little downcast. Yes. Forgive me, Loki. It's just... I've felt a little depressed ever since Rachel's betrayal. The Double C informed me a while ago, and I honestly couldn't believe it. She seemed like such a nice person. And to think, it was all a lie just for her own benefits. I suppose that's how Team Ragnarok managed to find out about some of the fragments I was researching. She must have told them. I can't help but feel like a fool for being tricked so easily. And I bet that Thor is feeling the exact same. I can only assume. All the same, I suppose I do feel a bit sorry for him. I mean, sure, we haven't gotten along that well in recent times, but he didn't deserve to get his heart broken. Indeed. Although, from what I've heard, he's in for much worse. Now, we're getting off track. Come on, let's look around to see if we can find a lever or something. Ha! Finally! Now, we can take it with us and finish this mission once and for... Professor? What is it now? This text. Interesting. The avalanche. I'm sorry, what? The avalanche? Yeah, that's what it says here on this plate. The avalanche. I can't read the rest though, it's pretty old. Hold on, player, didn't you read something similar through one of the previous temples you raided? I mean, what did you say the text said? It is he who is the snowball? Actually, hold on. Player, we read something like this before, didn't we? You remember, back when we found that temple while looking for that husk out? The text on it read, "That started." And I remember seeing an odd-looking statue of some sort of Pokémon. It is he who is the snowball that started the avalanche. And a peculiar-looking Pokémon, you said. Loki, did you get a good look at that statue? No, it was too dark. I couldn't see anything. To be honest, it was lucky we even managed to make out that text, let alone the spiritomb that ambushed us. Ah, so I see. Well, there's more text here. Maybe this stuff will actually tell us what the heck it all means. Yeah, probably, but I don't really like where it's going. You know, I feel like we're missing something. Oh, there it is. Sounds like the scroll's guardian. Player, you hold him off while Loki and I try to decipher some of this text. It may be very important.
Supercharged.
Introducing the final Temple Guardian, Armor-Charged Kingdra. When given access to the Royal Fragment, this form gives Kingdra the ability of flight with its new armor-charged wings, and upgrades its mouth into a special energy blaster, firing concentrated energy blasts as well as scalding water at its opponents. This is no doubt the strongest armor-charged Pokemon you've faced yet. And on top of an impressive moveset, it'll make short work of you with its special move, Supercharged Ocean Flare, where it unleashes a concentrated blast of plasma from its mouth. Not only will this still do damage to the opponent if they're using a move like Dive or Dig to hide, but it will also tear up that hiding place, doubling any damage that is dealt. Like many times before, this armor-charged Pokémon will bring in allies to aid it. It will call upon Lapras to summon rainstorms and bring the burn with Scald, as well as Jellicent to tank hits and do the same thing with Will-O-Wisp. Point is, you're in for quite the battle here, fitting considering this will probably be your last encounter with an armor-charged Guardian. So, make it a good one. Ah, good work, player. That should keep him from bothering us for a while. Agreed, though I can't say I'm surprised with your accomplishment. I mean, of course you would triumph against that Pokémon. Anyway, Professor, any luck translating this stuff? When it comes to translations, I need no luck. Although, I can't say that I'm quite pleased with the results. Why not? What's it saying? The rest of the story. Now, we all know the story of how the Krytonian War started. Our barbarian ancestors invaded the Galar region, thus causing Galar to lash out and beginning the war itself. However, that simple conflict wasn't the main reason. Player, Loki, you recall seeing a mysterious statue in that temple that you visited, did you not? Well, according to this, it foretells the presence of a strange legendary Pokémon. It doesn't say what its name is, or where it came from, but it's as old as the mountains that rain upon the Titan's back. Similar to the two legendary Pokémon Arceus would later create, Sanctrosil and Gormungus, this Pokémon has the ability to influence people and Pokémon. However, unlike those two, it can only influence negative emotions, spreading both violence and chaos wherever it reigned. And in return, it would also feed off of those negative emotions, which would enhance its power. Perhaps it's this Pokémon that was responsible for the Krytonian War starting? But even if it wasn't, once the war was in full swing, the negative emotions that were being inflicted from both regions only added to its extraordinary power, and thus it grew, and grew, and grew, stuffing itself with all these negative emotions, attempting to satisfy a hunger that would never go away. And any time the war seemed like it would come to an end, it would use its influencing abilities to find a way to keep it on going. It wasn't until the introduction of the other two legendary Pokémon that its parasitic influence finally came to an end. And as the conflict within both regions began to shrink, so did the beast's power. Eventually it became so weak that it had to go into hiding. And then, well, that's it. Wait, hold on, that's it? It doesn't say anything about what happened to it? It just disappeared? Never seen again? According to this, yes. It said it went into hiding, but what happened to it next is vague. All the same, it is quite amusing. A Pokémon that not only spreads negative influences, but feeds off of them too. Ah well, we're getting off topic. Come on, let's get the scroll. Agreed, I think I've spent enough time in this labyrinth already. So, that's it then. We're done? Not yet. We still have to bring this last scroll to the Double C. After that, we have to keep them somewhere safe where no one can use them to summon the legendary Pokémon. That shouldn't be too hard. The Double C has one of the most secure vaults in the world. It shouldn't be too hard to find a safe place to put them. In fact, I'd say the hardest thing is actually getting there to begin with. Hey, player, remember, in order to access the Titan's back, your rank has to be at least an A. Quite right, Loki. How about you check your rank, player, just to see if it's changed at all? Congratulations, because you have obtained the A rank. One of the highest possible ranks you can get, but not the highest. Regardless, with this glimmering silver A rank, not only can you gain access to every side quest in the entire game, but the chances of you encountering an armor-charged Pokemon in the wild are boosted yet again. You also have the chance of encountering a Pokemon in the wild with its hidden ability. You'll also be able to climb across rocky terrain by riding your Pokemon which are able to do so, which is mandatory in order to get through the Titan's back in one piece. Ah, bravo player, bravo! The A rank, one of the highest ranks you can get! And to think, it seemed like only yesterday when both you and Loki first signed up to our guild. The progress both of you have achieved is, well, just speechless. And now here you are, player, with the privileges necessary to access the Titan's back and the Double C. You're more than qualified to entering that area of our region on your own. Yeah, anyway, I suppose you won't need my help anymore. I'll just make it back to the guild then. Hold on, Loki, I'm not quite done with you yet. You see, I'm having a meeting with Odon and the rest of the Elite Four in the Double C's main headquarters, and I'll need an escort. What, but... me? Surely you'd want a higher-ranking guild member. I mean, I don't yet have the qualifications to enter the Titan's back. Well, you will under my supervision. Besides, think of this as a thank you gift for some of the help you've offered us. Oh, well, I don't know what to say. Thank you so much, Professor. It would be my honor. Well, player, I suppose I'll see you there. Word of advice too. Make sure you're prepared. The Titan's back can be dangerous without the proper transport. So if you want to traverse it on foot, make sure that you've got the right equipment. I wish you good luck, but considering everything you've already been through so far, I know you don't need it. See you on the flip side. Welp, this is it. The final frontier. Welcome to the Titan's Back, aka Victory Road. Titan's Back is notorious for being one of the most treacherous routes in the entire region, filled to the brim with rocky terrain, constant avalanches, and some of the strongest wild Pokemon you can find in the entire region. Some examples include Huscalper, Trollum, Critonium Benary, Froston, Primafrost, Profferock, Ballasnake, Penguru, Penvolsky, Gallistallion, Stonejourner, Fracture, Dragonair, Avalugg, Drudigan, Braviary, and Dracopult. Man, that was a mouthful. Anyway, this is the perfect opportunity to add some final few adjustments to your team if you're interested. Not to mention, if you're brave enough, or foolish enough, you can go digging for some more armor fragments to armor charge more Pokemon that may be at your disposal. So, before we make it to Double C, here are a few more examples.
Supercharged.
To start off with, if you give Quiolette the Strum Fragment, it will gain access to this musical armor-charged form. Its signature harp is now bigger and stronger, capable of producing sound bursts that are strong enough to break glass in seconds. However, despite that, this guy is actually a lot more tamer than most armor-charged forms. Just make sure not to get on his bad side like normal Quiolette. Otherwise, you can add Lack of Eardrums to Broken Hands. Its move, Supercharged Harp Beat, allows it to play a tune which summons a tidal wave to wash away the opponent.
Supercharged.
Adding to our list of musical enhancements is Armor-Charged Detectrix. The Call Fragment gives this Pokémon buffed wings and a brand new hooter to boost its shouting power. Naturally, this form is a lot heavier than the original, but it sacrifices speed for defense. Its signature Supercharged Battle Cry is a special one, since it will actually allow Detectrix to substitute with another Pokémon after usage.
Supercharged.
Up next is the Lapis Fragment, which will give you Armor Charge Azumarill. In ancient times, this form was believed to be an angel brought down from the heavens to summon rain. Not just because of its new armor-charged wings, which make it just as versatile in the air as it is on land or in the sea, but also because of its ability, Drizzle. The flotation device around this Pokemon's waist can also be detached and thrown, not only being a useful projectile, but also making this armor-charged form useful for search and rescue situations out at sea. It throws that ring with its supercharged Lazaring, which also inhibits the opponent from moving on the battlefield. Basically, it stops moves like Fly, or Dive, or Dig. They become trapped in the ring, so they'll basically be like that for as long as they're out.
Supercharged.
Lastly, we have Armor-Charged Crustle, obtained by giving the Pokémon a Bunker Fragment. This form completely obliterates Crussle's shell, transforming it into a Rock Blaster, using its shell's remains as ammo. Its new Shovel Claws also allow it to dig underground, where it can protect itself while firing at its opponents. This form basically turns it into a Bunker Cannon, and its move, Supercharged Bunker Blast, lets it dig underground for a turn before unleashing its Rocket Launcher to blow the opponent to Kingdom Come. And that's just about it for now. There's still a handful of armor-charged forms that we can get our hands on, but as it is, I think you're more than ready to enter the Double C. And after a long and treacherous journey, it looks like we've made it. At last, ladies and gentlemen, at long, long last. Welcome to the Crytonium Colony, aka the Double C, the last and the biggest guild in the entire region. This prestigious mansion holds some of the strongest trainers in the whole region. On top of being the guild's main hub, it also obtains the Elite Four and the notorious Pitcher Vaults, a giant storage room where tons of artifacts and rare items are kept safe. It's one of the most secure vaults in the Pokémon world. Being so heavily guarded and so secret, only a handful of members of the Double C are allowed in. In fact, there are rumors that some rare captured Pokémon and items are kept here. Things like rare artifacts or dangerous legendary Pokémon, all of which collected over the years and kept here to prevent them from falling in the wrong hands. So needless to say, it's the perfect place to keep the scrolls that we've been collecting. Huh, player, I had a feeling that you'd make it here first. I believe another congratulations are in order for making it past Titan's back. However, getting through that in one piece isn't the end of it. There's still one last obstacle you have to face before you can even think about stepping inside the Double C. Player, I challenge you to a battle. Come now, Loki. Player's only just gotten here. Do you think you can give him a break after he's spent most of the day traversing the Titan's back? Sorry, Professor, but it can't be helped. You know the rules and you know the traditions. You see, player, every new trainer who comes to the Double C must prove their strength within a Pokémon battle. That includes you and I. None are allowed to enter until they first show off what they're capable of. And besides, I think it's about time I ease up a little and actually have a friendly battle with you. No competition, no grudges, no strings attached, just you and me. What do you say? Music to my ears. Let's do this then! Don't think I'm going to hold back. I was never good at that sort of thing. Go! Haunch Crow! Alright then. Let's see what you make of my Auroras! Good, but not good enough. You're up, Ballast Snake! You know, I do actually hope you make it to the end, because for some of my final Pokémon, I have a few surprises in store for you. Let's go, Pokémon! You've asked for it. Prepare to face surprise number 1. Player, meet Dracopult! I hate to sound like a broken record, but I can't say I'm surprised that you've made it this far. But unfortunately, this is where your good luck must end. And how ironic that it'll all be where it started. I think you know who's coming out next. Go! Starter! Oh, here we go. I've been waiting a long time to use this. Been saving it just for this occasion. It's time, player. Time to face one of your greatest challenges yet. Starter! Primarina, Chestnut, Cinderace, Armor Charge!
Supercharged.
Ladies and gentlemen, it appears that Lowkeys starter Pokemon have gained the power to Armor Charge, which is the perfect tool Loki needs in order to combat your starter Pokemon and their Armor Charged forms. If you have Slamrox, he will combat you with Armor Charged Cinderace, the Soccer Fragment giving it wheel legs to boost its speed, and the Electric typing. He also gains a Soccer Ball, which will float around him like an Xyz material waiting to be used. That same Soccer Ball can erupt electric bursts upon contact, so expect Incinerate to get violent with its signature Supercharged Goalie. If you have Lyolinx, then he will combat you with Armor Charged Chestnut. The Spike Fragment turns Chestnut into a walking Grass Steel type fortress. Armored head to tail, this form comes equipped with piercing energy spikes and retractable blades from his shield arms. He's one tough nut to crack, especially with his signature Supercharged Shield Blade, where he pulls a Sonic, curls up into a spiky ball, and rips through his opponents with a spin attack. This move will boost his defenses after usage. Lastly, if you're battling with iCuber, Loki will use the Siren Fragment to Armor Charge Primarina. This form's upgraded tail boosts her defenses and makes her an even better swimmer. On top of that, she has a special Hair Trident which appears to have a mind of its own, and is capable of homing in and seeking her victims, all controlled by song. Her Hair Trident will hunt you down with her Supercharged Smite Seeker. which, as you can imagine, never misses. Welp, this is it. The starter Pokémon which Loki took in and kept under his wing, the ones that were rejected for being too weak, have now become Loki's strongest and most trusted ally. They've truly grown into real battling machines, but the question still remains if you'll be able to triumph against them. So what are you waiting for? Go out there and take them down! Oh, what a rush. Haha! Well done, Loki. Well done, player. Both of you. That was incredible. Such an amazing battle. You two truly have grown into fine trainers. I'm sure you've both proven your rights to entering the Double C. And more. Thank you, Professor. Truly, it means a lot. But before I go inside with you, can I just speak to player here for a bit? Hmm? Oh, of course. I best be going in myself anyway. I'm sure your father will be expecting me by now. Take your time. Look, I know I haven't really been the most pleasant person when we first met. I mean, I think it's pretty apparent by now that I went through quite a bit of stuff when trying to get my guild license. Not to mention, I suppose I did get in the way quite a lot. But I get it now. I understand that being the member of a Pokémon guild, well, it's more than just getting the job done. Not to mention, hitching a ride in the fast lane comes by chance, not by demand. Don't get me wrong, I suppose I am still a little jealous of you. I mean, even now, you've proven that you're better than me. And you've proven that time and time again as well, ever since we met. But that just gives me an excuse to become better myself. To become stronger, not just as a trainer, but as a guild member and as a person. And I also want to thank you for making me realize all of that. Now then, let's finish this mission, shall we? And finish this mission we shall. Ladies and gentlemen, it appears that our journey is slowly but surely coming to an end. What awaits us around the corner, I wonder? Well, we'll have to find out next time, as our journey through Cryoto continues.